morning, everyone. Happy Thursday from Rachel, Charlie, and James. We are so glad that you are here today. Let us know what you guys have been up to. What have you been doing? Charlie has been trying to walk across the table and jump to his death, which, you know, sometimes that happens. So we're trying to combat that from happening for sure. But I hope you all are doing great. We are going to be reviewing a new to us, semi-new product today, which is HTV Ron's Printable Heat Transfer Vinyl. This isn't on, this isn't hot, don't worry. Which they call transfer paper. You guys know we don't love to call it paper because that makes us think that it's going to be like stiff and crumply, whereas this product is marketed not to be stiff and crumply. Come here, Charlie. These people in the comments are going to come after me if you're holding on to that. But it's going to be a quick live today. We're going to put it on a cute little shirt and let you guys know how we like it. We're also going to have a pre-recorded video about this coming out in the future. So you guys, if any of you want to search it later, you don't have to watch a live stream. You can watch a really short, concise video on how to use the product. Okay, let me see. Hi, everyone. Yes, good morning. He is growing way too fast. He will be 10 months at the beginning of February, and I have no idea how. Like, I don't know how. He's so big and so smart. Let's see here. Jill, has anyone used printable fabric? Christy, I have not used printable fabric. I have printed on fabric. You can print on 100% cotton fabric. I have done that. Of course, I didn't put it on anything that has to be washed because I don't think that would, you know, stay too well, but I did put it on a pillow. Yes, Mr. Charlie's here again today. You guys are probably going to hear him again, just like on Tuesday. We have a pack and play literally filled with, the whole floor is filled with toys, and I don't think that he's going to use any of them. I think that he's going to whine for his daddy to pick him up, which that happens.
When he feels confined, he just wants out.
Yeah, don't we all? So, does Charlie have red in his hair? Shirley, I've had several people tell me that he looks like he has some red in his hair. Right?
It could be.
I think it's a combination of his skin tone with his very minimal hair.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have much hair right now.
Because I have orange in my beard or red in my beard.
James does have red in his beard. I would say James probably has 30% red in his beard. He has quite a bit of red in there. So it wouldn't shock me if Charlie had a little bit of red in his hair. James, you can come get him whenever you want to. But no one in the family, either side, has actual, like, red hair. So it might. Say, go, Daddy, go. Good luck with him, James. Oh, I was wore out Tuesday. I was, like, standing up, sitting down. You guys probably heard me, like, heavy breathing. Putting him in his pack and play, yanking him out, trying to give him, you know, snacks and juice and all kinds of stuff. But you'll be hearing him throughout the live. He is going to be like our cheerleader today. Now, as far as supplies, they're very minimal. They're all linked down below as well. We are using our Cricut. You can use any Cricut that you want at all. We actually even have a really fun hack video that Becca made doing print and cut on your Cricut Joy. So if you're interested in that, you can do a little bit of hacking to get that machine to print and cut as well, but we're using a Maker 3 today. We have our HTV Ront Dark Fabrics Transfer Paper, which we will explain this in a moment because a couple of those terms, like I mentioned about the transfer paper, we don't love to call it that. Now we're using a strong grip mat. This is not a, quote, well-loved strong grip mat, but it is also not brand new. It's like right in the middle. Now, why are we using a strong grip mat? And usually you would use a standard grip mat. Well, this material I have found, and if you guys have Cricutted for any amount of time, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This material does not want to stick on a mat. Does not. So we're going to be using a brayer to bray it down really, really well onto our strong grip mat. Let's see, what else do we have here? A weeder tool. We have our heat press. This is linked down below. I think the one down below is like the newer model, which has like a pull out. The bottom pulls out. And then we're using a t-shirt. Hang on, Becca has this thing on like, oh, she has that pressure set super high, like NFL linebacker high. This is just a youth shirt. I think it's a youth small or extra small. We love to stock up on these at Hobby Lobby because their shirts are always a great price. That's it. That, like, honestly. Oh, you need a printer too. Duh. You need an inkjet printer. Most of the materials we use that are printable, you can use with both inkjet and laser printers, but this one is marketed for only use in inkjet printers, so I think that is something to note as well. This claims to have... found the filing cabinet. This claims to give more vibrant colors, a more durable material through washes, and what does it say? Soft and stretchable. So we're going to kind of put that to the test and see how it performs today. Okay, let's see. No, Becca's at home. She's totally fine. She's just home today, so me and James are here doing the live today. As far as weather, guys, it is a gloomy day today. It's been like raining on and off. Right now it's 56 degrees, which is good. I'm fine if it's warmer. I don't like it when it's super cold.
I wish it was cold like it's supposed to be because I love snow.
Oh gosh, every time it snows, James puts a toboggan, which I know that people, when I say toboggan, people think of a sled because that's technically what it's called. But I don't know what else to call that. A beanie? You not call that a boggin?
I don't wear a boggin.
No, you'll put a boggin on Charlie and take him outside every time it spits snow. But that was a little rabbit trail because I know toboggan means sled in other places, but to me that is a toboggan or beanie. I don't know, whatever.
Carol asked you a question, and I don't know how to answer.
Carol,
You see it?
can we purchase? What is JDS? And we're drawing a blank here. That's what I thought first. JDS. I'm drawing a blank, guys. Sorry, Carol. Help me out here. It's one of those days today. Rachel, you need to ask James lots of questions so he talks more. Shauna, you met him at camp with the flock, you know. Oh, James, will you go get that?
Yeah.
Hurry, the poor little fella. Sorry, we have a UPS guy here. Shauna, you know from camping with the flock, James, he'll talk about anything if you want him to, but he's generally a quiet guy. Okay. Let's see. We had quite a bit of wet snow yesterday and last night. Here's what I hate, is when it rains. What is that?
It's a big, heavy box.
Becca, are you here live? What in the world did we order that's humongous? It's huge.
He offered to bring it in, so I'll let him.
What did we order? Is it heavy?
Yeah, he said it was heavy.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I thought you guys purchased from JDS. They sell sublimation blanks. Oh, Carol, okay. If we did, we probably wouldn't have added in like a company ID or anything. We really try to buy things that you guys can buy. So I'm going to say most likely, no, we did not have to use that. Now, Becca's probably the one that bought them, so I'm not going to say that 100%. I don't want to be caught red-handed in a lie, but okay. Kat said, I sent you something, but not that big. Kat, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's probably like 3 by 3 feet by 3 feet. It's big. Okay. Good morning. Sorry I'm late, Miss Linda. It is fine. It is fine. Better late than never. Okay, so the process today, I already have one printed, cut, and weeded, ready to go. So this is going on a youth shirt, so of course I measured my shirt to see what size I wanted. I didn't want it to kind of be humongous on this shirt, so I just made it a really nice mid-size. I think mine was 5.5 with the offset and everything. But I want to go through the process again. I wanted to test it because we've never used this product, so I wanted to make sure it will cut on the right setting and everything like that. Let me see. Poor Charlie. Shauna said, you guys were barely at camp with the flock because you got sick. Yeah, I know. You'll see a Flock Talk, our new podcast. You'll see a new episode on Saturday. And we mentioned in there how sad it was because I missed most of camping with the flock. If you guys didn't know, my second day there, I felt sick like through the night, woke up. My mom went to go get me some like Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus or something. And she was like, I just picked up a COVID test just because it's probably going to be negative. It lit up positive in less than 30 seconds. So then, of course, I was like freaking out. So, I mean, I didn't go near anybody after that. I left. And thank goodness, no one that was there, I got sick. No one. And I was like up in people's faces hugging everybody. So I'm super shocked that I didn't get anybody sick. But, of course, so thankful to the Lord because that would have made me feel so bad. Will you follow up with washing? Jill, I will. Great question. She's wondering if I will take this home and wash it. We will. We also, little sneak peek, have a video coming up. It's probably not going to be for the next month or so, but it's going to be like how many washes HTV and Printable HTV actually, goes through. So that's going to be great. We're going to test through a bunch of shirts. We're going to wash them all and see how long they last. Okay, James, you need me to... You're going to have to get wipes from the bathroom because I didn't bring wipes, and there's one diaper in there. And what I would do is put one of those blankets on Becca's desk or on Anna's desk, lay it out, and then change them that way. Sorry, guys. Parenting, you know how it goes. Charlie has went number 2, unfortunately. Okay, I loved camping with the flock. I did too, Linda. I just wish I could have been there. Okay, James, can you switch me to Design Space before you do that? Camera 3. Thank you. Okay, so here we are in Design Space. These are a couple of example cut files that would be absolutely phenomenal for Print Then Cut HTV. So we're going to actually go ahead no, we can do that later. I was going to say we'll go ahead and preheat our heat press, but I don't think it takes that long to preheat. So we'll do that when we move on from Design Space. So make sure that you're measuring your shirt with a measuring tape. You want to be 100% positive it's going to fit well onto your shirt. The last thing you want to do is waste material and time printing it, cutting it, only to put it on your shirt and realize that it is either way too big or way too small. Especially with children's sizes, you do want to be pretty mindful of the sizing. Also, I'm going to get my phone out just to make sure I'm not going to miss any of your all's comments, so please bear with me a quick second. Let me see here. Oh, there we are. Okay, perfect. There you guys are. Oh, this funny, Carol. Carol said, thank Charlie for a podcast idea. Strangest places you've had to change a baby's diaper. That is true, Carol. So far, the strangest place I've had to change a baby's diaper was like on the ground at the zoo next to the elephants. That's where I am right now, which is hilarious. Jill Jackson said, I'm doing the tiny humans in vinyl in a couple days for my daughter. Oh, Jill, that's great. It's a great, I mean, they're super cute cut files. Absolutely. I love things like this. So the one that we're going to do today is this Just Roll With It, which is absolutely adorable. But we also have It's a Good Day to Teach Tiny Humans. We have Camping is My Retirement Plan. Of course, this is not going to go on a youth shirt. I'm just giving you guys different examples on how you can use different cut files for Print Then Cut. This one says Homebody, which I absolutely love. This was like an entire homebody collection. So some of them are like, ew, people. Some say, I like to stay home, different things like that. This is just the Oak and Lamb logo, which is phenomenal. This one says DIY Till I Die, and it has a cute little measuring tape. Never forget. I love this because it's first of all, look at these classic colors. I adore it. VHS tapes and all that, super, super cute. Now, things like this, of course, that are just Print Then Cut, you can't use for like an SVG to layer unless Becca has created both types of files. So for this one with all these colors and details, it's just like made for Print Then Cut projects. This one that says Ball Mom is super cute. Of course, we have a whole collection like this. So we have Ball Dad or Ball Parents or whatever. This one is one of my favorite cut files that have ever been created for Oak and Lamb. It says, hello, I'm probably anxious. Adore it. And then the one we're using today is just roll with it. You can see these gorgeous colors. Now, if I click blank canvas and go to my colors, I can change my, my canvas color because we're going to be adding an offset to this. Now let me see, I want to make sure I'm checking the comments. Kathy, is this product like True Heat transfer paper from Transor Dream? So Kathy, we've never used that. We can if you guys want us to. We can purchase that and try it out. But we, of course, can't give you a bunch of advice for something we've never tried, unfortunately. But thanks for the question. Here we go. As a teacher, the Tiny Minds designs gives. What do you mean? Kate? What? Okay, never mind. That would be easy to make into an SVG in Illustrator. Shirley, it sure would. It sure would. Good morning, Flock. Good morning, Miss Melissa. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a offset to this. Now, what is an offset? Well, you would probably want to add an offset to most of these. So this one, I would add an offset. I would add an offset to this one and this one. This one's pretty good, actually. This one I would not have to, and this one kind of comes with one anyways. You see this white border? That's a layer in the cut file, but it's already, quote unquote, like an offset. You don't need one on this one and this one. So if you see the theme that I'm going for here, it's like the big bulk images with lots of surface area and a little bit of detail, don't need them. So all these do not need offsets. This one is like debatable because these six little pieces of that cut file here might be a little bit difficult to weed and place. So if you wanted to add an offset to this, you can, but it's not required. Now, all of these I would add an offset to. Now, why would you want to do that? Because these are print and cuts. If you go here under operation, it says print and cut. I would add an offset to these because all of these letters will be cut out individually, and we don't want that to happen. So we would take this and make an offset. Now, how are you going to do that? Let me show you with this one that we're going to be using today. Go up here, click offset, and you will see that the Cricut, sorry, I scooted over so we can see the offset better. The Cricut Design Space application will pop up a blue, it's like a preview of the offset. And you can use this toggle to make it as big or as little as you want. So I want my offset more like that. No, we'll do it later, honey. So I'm going to click apply. And now I'm going to click my offset layer and contour this out. Well, you can't actually contour it out right now. It's hidden. Now, why is it hidden? Because it is a print and cut. We're going to switch that from print and cut to basic. And now that you switch it back to basic, you can click contour and contour all of those out just by clicking hide all contours. That's it. Super easy. Now, when you have that, you want to, of course, change this color to white. And that's when changing the canvas color can really help because you can kind of see what you're doing. Now you'll also need to flatten this. The just roll with it and the skate was already a print and cut, but when we added the offset, we need to reflatten this all together so it cuts how it's supposed to. Let me check and make sure I haven't missed any comments. Shauna said, I use the just roll with it file all the time. It's one of my favorites. Shauna, I'm so glad to hear that. Becca absolutely loves this file as well, which of course she's a little biased because she made it, but it's an adorable file. Okay, so once you have this, the next thing you want to do is size it. Now, of course, it's way too big. You can only make print and cuts 6.75 by 9.25. And instead of just saying that and moving on with my life, I have to include that you can make them a smidge bigger. If you click over here, you can change the paper size. And the other paper size you can click is an A4 size paper, which is 8.3 by 11.7. And the problem with that is that absolutely no companies right now have created printable materials like that. So I hate not being able to say 6.75 by 9.25 and moving on. I have to make that known as well. Now another thing, we do have our Cricut Design Space on a beta version. So this might not be the same for you guys because again, ours is beta. I don't know if you can see right here, beta. But our print and cuts look different now on the digital mat. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to make this 6 inches wide. Okay. Now I'm going to click make it. I'm already connected to my machine, but looky here. No more registration marks registration lines that go all the way around the paper. It's just these 4 little notches, these 4 little corner edges, and you can actually move your images around on this paper, which to me is like, whoa, mind-blowing, type of thing. So, just so you know. Now we're going to click continue. And it's going to connect to our maker. Patrice said, reminder, smash that like button. Yes, please do, guys. Melissa noticed it too. Yes. Oh, so it is for beta. Yeah, it probably is. Kat said Cricut's probably preparing to make a new product for people wanting something that will work for that size. Probably, Kat, meaning the hair larger print than cut size. Okay, so we're going to send this to our printer. We're going to select Use System Dialog because we always want to make sure that our printer settings are perfect. We're going to click Print, and then right behind this is going to pop up. Our quality is already set to best. The media type is plain paper, so this is not a glossy material. This is a matte material or plain. And we're going to want this to be fed from the rear tray. Now I can click Print, and it's going to go ahead and print for us. And then back in Design Space, we're going to select Printable Iron-On, dark. Okay, James, you can switch to me if you want to. I know you're doing like 1,000 things. Okay, so our printer is underneath the table with us, and it is set to plain paper. So we're going to let that cut with plain paper. Print with plain paper. And that'll print in no time. I did make this one a little bit bigger, the one that I'm printing now, than the one I tested earlier, simply because this one, when I placed it on my shirt, I like the size, but it could be a hair bigger. So I went ahead and made this, I think, 1/2 inch bigger. April, I'm so glad you asked me this question. Thank you so much. She said no mirror. No. So on most, I'm not going to say for all, on most printable heat transfer vinyls, you do not have to mirror your image because they are going to be printed. You're going to peel off your material from your backing and just lay it on whatever blank that you're using. So you do not have to mirror this. Thank you for asking. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. You didn't have to mirror. Number 2 is that it's for inkjet printers only, which we did talk about. Now look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm still really not used to seeing the no full registration marks on there. Now while we're over here, I'm going to flip our heat press on. And I have this set to 325 Fahrenheit for 15 seconds is what I set the timer on. So that's round about the temperature you want this at. I think it gave a really weird range. Let me see if I can find the exact photo of the really strange range that it had. I think this is it. 1 second. Yes, it said 320 degrees to 338 degrees for 18 to 15 seconds. Again, I think it's a little strange, but anywho. Okay, so you guys are on me now. Okay, grab your mat. Top left corner all the time. This is the same for all Print Then Cut projects. Place your material in the top left corner. Now, if you just joined with us, why are you using a purple mat, Rachel? Because this material, for whatever reason, doesn't really want to stick to our mats. So we're leaving it on a strong grip mat, and we're going to use a brayer or a scraper tool to bray this down really well. Now, you might be thinking, well, it's already on a strong grip mat, so I don't want to bray it too well. Please bray it. Bray it super well. Patrice, Design Space doesn't use registration marks on Print Then Cut anymore. So we have a beta version of Design Space. That's what we selected. There's a beta version and a live version. So in the beta version, Cricut kind of sends out and just lets some users test out different updates they might be giving soon, or little, bug fixes and things like that. So one of them we noticed was the registration marks have been switched from the entire black box around your material to these little little notches in the corners. So we're going to place this in here. And once again, like I mentioned, we're selecting Printable Iron-On Dark. Now, for whatever reason, me and Becca have not been able to figure it out. And before you all give all your advice, first of all, I love you, thank you. But second of all, I promise we've tried everything. We recently put a Cricut brand regular fine point blade replacement into our Cricut Maker, and it cuts through literally every material that we have tried. We've tried less pressure. We have done everything we can do. We've tried literally everything. So I promise if you mention it, we've tried it. Except for dulling the blade like ourselves, and we don't want to do that, of course. We want to leave it as is. So this will do a die cut, not a kiss cut. Your machine at home will do a kiss cut, which means it goes through the material, not the backing. Die cut means it goes through the material and the backing. That's what's going to happen here. Not because we want it to, because our Cricut's going to do it anyways, just like this. So the backing's on here, all that. Okay. Trisha said, I need to rewatch this. Work is getting in my way. I understand that, Trisha. Penny said, I use printable vinyl, and after 2 to 3 washes, it cracks, and you can't really read it. I don't like it. So Penny, we have like feelings about printable HTV, and that's that we enjoy it for certain projects, but unfortunately, we only use it for short-term things, really. What I mean by that mostly is that we have never been able to use a printable heat transfer vinyl shirt with any brand we've tried and have it last a year of regular washes and things like that. It just doesn't work that way. Now, reason being, whenever you order a shirt offline or you order it from a printing company, that's like direct to garment dye or a more professional process than a porous material being fed through your home inkjet printer that's going to suck up ink, and then you're going to put it on a shirt and heat it with a household iron or a press like this. Just open it. James, I don't know who it is. What a day. What a day. This is just the craziest day, guys. I am very sorry. Why would you open a package if your name isn't on the package? I do not understand. Our neighbors got our package and opened it. Anyway, okay. Anyways, most of the materials that you will purchase that go through your printer and that you iron on, they're just not going to last. I know we hate to say it, and we have a lot of different products here that is like printable HTV. They just don't last a long time. Also with regular, like printable regular vinyl that just sticks to things, that's not going to last very long either. People ask about like stickers on their car and things like that. The sun and the elements or washing, things like that, it just kind of deteriorates these printable materials pretty good. Okay. Let's see. We have this ready. Our amazing heat press has beeped for us to let us know that she's ready. Here's one thing that I did that I will not apologize for. I put my shirt in my heat press before I even turned it on. I will have the scar forever. I'll have the scar forever from trying to place a shirt on this with our heat press being hot. So I am going to place our material on our shirt at this point now. So our heat press is heated up to 325. The seconds I have set to 15, so really not long at all. And we're going to take this and very, very gently peel the material from the backing. Now you guys might be saying, well, that seems a bit difficult. It's really not. And all you want to do is to make sure you're going right along with it, because this does stretch. And you don't want to like stretch it and crack it before you've even placed it on a shirt. So, or a tote bag or whatever it is that you're placing it on. Okay. Peel it back. Stay with it. And then there it is. So you can see it's just kind of like a little floppy material. Now, I'm going to pull this close to me just for a second. I was very careful as to place my shirt nice and even on the heat plate here. Oh, this is so warm. It makes me so nervous. You can get out your measuring tape if you want to do that. We will be using a Teflon sheet today to protect it. But this actually does come. This is a pack of 20, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I'm sorry. We are going to be placing a Teflon sheet on here, but this actually comes with some parchment paper. But we're going to be using a Teflon sheet. Okay. Okay. Use your measuring tape, get in there, make sure it's exactly how you want it. I'm going to get a little nitpicky myself. And then once you have it where you want it, be very careful to place your Teflon sheet down without messing up your design. So you want to place it down carefully, but not like drag it or move it around. Now, the reason I hate this Teflon sheet that we bought is because they are like a dark color. And I would much rather use, honestly, I would much rather use sheets of butcher's paper or parchment paper because I want to see my design, and you can't see them through these Teflon sheets. It's great because you buy them once and you never have to buy them again. So it does save money in the long run, but I would rather see my design. What did Megan say? Oh, Megan said that's why I went with the swing away and not a knuckle burn. I'm going to call this a knuckle burner, Megan. That's hilarious. She said, I had to witness Rachel getting burned to go that way. Yeah, that's the only thing we regret about this. We have, okay, both of them? Okay. We have the $1,000 Cricut AutoPress, which we do not like, which we are selling if anybody's interested. And then we also have an HTV romp press, which is fine. They're both auto presses. The only thing we hate about them is that the pressure is not very good. Whereas these, you can adjust the pressure. Like Becca's made this one the pressure of a linebacker. Wait till you see me struggle to shut this down. But 15 seconds. We're going to place it on here. Okay. Whew. And start that timer. Now, that's the only thing we regret about this one is that it doesn't have swing away or pull out. That's one thing we would change. But other than that, this has been like the perfect press. Perfect press. Why don't you like the auto press? Oh, okay, we'll let that chill. We don't like the auto press because the pressure. A couple of nitpicky things is while it is cool, it auto opens up for you and all that, the pressure is just not great. And with materials like a printable heat transfer vinyl, you want the pressure to be maxed out so that the material has a better chance of adhering to your shirt. Now with sublimation, you always want really good pressure, and the auto press just doesn't do that. It doesn't give you that. Also, a nitpicky thing, it's so heavy, honestly. This table's pretty high. That thing just weighs a crap ton. Also, to store it is a little bit of a it needs to lay flat because you can set it up like on its butt basically, but it's kind of wobbly. So we have it like pressed up against or leaned up against one of our Husky organizers. I just don't love it. Becca doesn't either. Jill, did it burn y'all's table? It did not. So April said heavy pressure ? So April, whenever you're working, like I mentioned, with a lot of these materials, there's light, medium, and heavy pressure, or sometimes no pressure. Now, we haven't really worked with no pressure since Cricut had infusible inks for, I think, coasters or something, ceramic, where it required no pressure, like just the heat. I don't know. But pressure is super important with things like sublimation and even things like this. So our shirt turned out absolutely adorable, and one of the big pros of having heavy heat or the ability to pick your own setting for that, which like this one, this little dial right here you can turn to make the pressure heavy or light. The big draw of that is the more the pressure you have on materials like a printable HTV, the more the fabric is going to bond with the material you put it on. If there's a lot of pressure, it just kind of presses it in there, and it makes it feel like a part of the shirt a lot more than if it's light pressure and the material's like sitting on top of the shirt and it just kind of adheres right there at the surface, whereas again, a lot of pressure really pushes it together. Melissa, has anyone purchased the HTV Ront heat press? So we have that as well. You might be asking for everyone else in the comments, which good. Ask other people. We have the same issue as our Cricut press. We don't love that. There's just not enough pressure. Yeah. Okay. Rachel, did you get my package? Nanette. I don't believe so. Not yet, at least. When did you send it, my dear? Number one. Number two. Let me think. I don't think we've gotten it. Becca would definitely have told me if I wasn't here and it came. I'm going to go with no for right now. We'll keep our eye out. And also, thank you so much for sending us something. We are always so excited to get packages from our flock. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We're always here to give you guys some good advice. So look how cute. I love this. Now, again, I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, this is the best material, buy it. The stretch is pretty decent. The color comes out really pretty. I'm going to hold these two up. So vibrance doesn't change that much, if you guys can see. A lot of the times with materials like this, at least the one that we use most, which is New Fun, Printable HTV, that was their like tried and true for a long time. That one prints really dull, and like the heat basically activates the color. It makes it look really good. However, this one, it looks like the color doesn't really change much, which is fine by me because it print pretty. Did you put a piece of paper between the front and the back before you pressed it, or is that not needed with this brand? Between the front and the back. Between the front and the back. You mean in between the shirt? No, we've never done that with a printable heat transfer vinyl product. Not sure why you would do that, to be honest. But no, we've never done that. Good question, though. Thanks for asking. Jill Jackson, this brand is HTV Ront. And we got the one for dark fabrics, which we say this all the time, but if you're new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, that's fine. The only difference between a printable material that's made for dark fabrics and made for light fabrics is that the one made for light fabrics is clear. So like the paper would be clear. You're printing on clear because you're putting on a white shirt. And then the one for dark fabrics is white. That's it. It's white. Okay. Let me see. Can the brown roll of craft paper be used as butcher's paper? When I search butcher's paper, craft paper pops up as well. Christina, I would say so, yes. I would say you can use that. I don't want to miss anything. Can you zoom in on it? Yeah. So James, if you don't care to switch the camera to overhead, if you have a second. Am I good here? Okay. So here is what it looks like. Done. Here's the one I did beforehand. But again, there might be a little tiny difference in the vibrance of that, like mustardy yellow. But again, not a lot to tell. Usually with the New Fun printable iron-on that we use, the colors print dull and the heat makes it vibrant. But here is the actual material as well. So it's for dark transfers, 20 sheets, 8.5 by 11. I'm pretty sure it's under 20 bucks. Now, of course, Amazon prices are subject to change, so it could fluctuate here and there. But usually it doesn't fluctuate very much at all. Yeah, I'm cleaning as I go. Cleaning as I go. Okay, back to me, James. All right. That looks so cute. Cute shirt, but I want to hear James talk more. James, do you have a joke? Do you know any jokes?
Don't have a joke. I would talk more if I didn't have a very talkative baby with me.
Whenever they ask me to say jokes, all I can think of is inappropriate ones. It's like a problem, honestly. But yeah, Charlie is currently kicking James in the face and pulling his beard. But he's being quiet and sucking on his passy. He loves a pacifier. If your babies love to passy, I love to passy. Some people don't want to give their babies a passy. Totally respect that. Totally respect that. It's one more thing you have to break them from when they get older. I understand. But being a pacifier baby, I was thrilled when Charlie started to love his passy because I loved my Passy. Loved it. Tell him to get on camera. So, Jill, I don't even think he brushed his hair this morning. So he is not going to get it. Also, he's got a mullet going and not on purpose. It's because I won't cut his hair.
I don't have a mullet. It's just growing like an afro. And it's kind of long and curly.
It's long and it's curly. James's hair is very curly, which is funny. But it's pretty long. I need to cut it bad. Every time we want to cut it, it's like dark outside. Oh, and then they're going to... I cut his hair on the back porch. I make him sit in a folding chair, and I cut his hair on the back porch. It's hilarious. If anyone walked by, or if anyone drove by, they'd be like, that is redneck. But it works. It works. It sure does. My son loves pacifiers. My daughter did not. Some kids are picky one way or the other. I get that too. Okay. Well, we're going to head out of here. You guys let me know if you have any questions about anything, and we will answer them. If you stuck through this crazy live with babies crying and like what felt like 10 packages being delivered and me being scatterbrained. First of all, I'm sorry. It's not normally like this. Second of all, thanks for sticking around. We would love to welcome you to Oak and Lamb if you are looking for a crafty community to become a part of. This one is a good one. I might be a little biased because I am an owner of the company, but it's also a really fun place to be. We have hundreds of incredible members who you can talk with and get to know in our private Facebook group. You can post questions and get inspired by other people. We have hundreds of cut files with free commercial use licensing. We have free courses available to all members. Our biggest one right now being the Cricut course that we have here. It's called the O&L Cricut Academy. It's everything you need to know about your Cricut if you are a beginner. It's completely free with membership as well, which is amazing. If you want to click the link in the description below, you can join for $9.99 for your first month, which is a great price. So you could kind of, like dip your toes in and see if you like it. But we do a lot of craftiness here. We love our members and we love our community. We love helping you guys. And then here on YouTube, if you haven't, subscribing is free. It's completely free to do. So click that subscribe button, like the video, leave us some comments, ring the bell to get notified. We have lives like this a couple times a week. We have pre-recorded videos that are shorter and really concise a couple times a week. And we also launched a brand new podcast last week called Flock Talk, where we talk about non-crafty things that are super funny. Last time it was things we're bad at, everything from driving at night to folding fitted sheets. It was a really fun time. And this Saturday, our Flock Talk is going to be about what we would do as an occupation if we couldn't do this. It was really funny too. Becca said like campsite host, and I said that I would like to be like a home inspector or a car detailer, it was really funny. So definitely check it out to learn more about us and laugh with us. So those are super fun as well. But thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. We will be switching things up a hair this week. You will not see any content from us out tomorrow. And Saturday morning, we will premiere our Flock Talk episode. So be there Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and chat with us in the comments and watch the premiere of our pre-recorded Flock Talk podcast. We can't wait to see you there. James, anything? Good. Are you ready to end it? Okay. Thank you guys so much. We will see you later. Bye, everyone.